Alright, 2019 cars. I don't even know what's going to come up in this one. This video is brought to you by my real life racing series. Usually ranked as the best series I do by those who watch it, it really does contain some of my favourite videos to make. Catch up on all the action with the link in the description. There we go, harmonic start. The whole thing, 2019, is just a blur. I've got no idea what's going. Dinmite has even shared with me the list because he always sends me a list of all the cars that he's shortlisted for these yearly random races. But I can't remember anything of what he's put on the list. And I've even like picked at it and made sure it's the right selection that I would like to see. And I still can't remember anything about it. So 2019, the year of the Casino DLCs. Casino DLC in summer. The Casino Heist DLC in winter. Starting in the Furia. Paying respects to Mason. That's what the blue colour is for as well. That was his favourite car. He's one of the Project Homecoming admins who passed away in 2021. A fitting first lap, I think. Alright, Everon. Yep, totally forgot about this car's existence. Oh, the S8. Is that the S80? Yeah, the S80. We're going to see a lot of cars that you can't buy anymore. Oh, the Emirates. Oh, 2019 was the year of the Emirates and the Krieger. Oh, of course. Okay, it's coming screaming back to me now. I seem to remember making a video in advance about the Emirates and Krieger's existence because they were in the drip feed. And I wanted to tell people in advance because I think didn't the S80 come out first? And people, it was the new quickest supercar. And I made a video to warn people that, hey, just be careful because the Emirates and Krieger are going to be coming out in the drip feed like Rockstar always like to do. Put the faster cars later on in the drip feed so you spend your money once and then you've got to spend it all again. Save your money for these cars. Yeah, I've done that a few times over the years. AC Sport, what a machine. 2019, I feel like it had its ups and downs car-wise. I think we're going to see a wide variety of car types, but also like good cars, bad cars. Oh, wow, that was close. Holy moly. I don't know how I escaped that, honestly. That was just going on reflexes. We do have a drag car. Because of course we do. The POT gasser. I like these yearly races because we're really getting. Yeah, I should have respawned. Oh, nice flip, nice barrel roll. What a mess! I got away with it on that lap, and then it went very poorly. Damn it! I have mandated that everyone's going to do the barrel roll on this track on the final lap regardless of whatever vehicle they're in. Can I not just say that I've done my barrel roll now? I was too greedy going up the inside there. Can't make those time losses. That's literally the win has already gone. Not that I had a chance. Anyway. The Vagrant, the new quickest off-roader when this came out. We had quite a few new quickest vehicles in their classes in 2019. But we also had some absolute stinkers as well. This was the year where they sort of started to realise, I think, that the advanced handling flags were not the way to go. Some cars still had them, but they started to move away from them for some cars as well. Dynasty, this is a great car. Yeah, we definitely got a decent a decent variety here. I think that drag lap, from everything that I've seen, that's going to be the slowest lap for people. But the Dynasty is going to be a pretty slow lap as well. Oh, the Retinue Mark II, of course. JB700W. Oh, it's all coming screaming back to me, all these cars. Bloody hell. It's friggin' pinball. ...2019 so far from all the cars that I'm seeing... Oh, right, there you go. We got some early barrel rolls and jumps. The Novak. They tried so hard with the Novak to do something to get it on pace with the Toros, but it just wasn't. It's an okay car, but it's kind of like a poor man's Toros. I think the advanced flags that were on this were like not as bad either, but I don't know, it's still not, it doesn't remember, I don't remember this as being a particularly nice car to drive on vanilla GTA at least. That's the good thing about Project Homecoming, like it was with the 2018 race. All the bad cars with bad advanced flags, we can race them how they should have been. And more often than not, as soon as you remove the advanced flags, they're nice to drive. Don't need to do any further tinkering, just that. Here's the Asbo. My first car in real life was this. The Asbo that, if you put it on its maximum suspension and give the massive camber to it, it actually handles somewhat decently. When you've got the regular suspension, it handles terribly. This was the first of those cars where putting the big camber on it. Okay, well that was a silly move. So much time loss already. Oh, the Devastate, of course. Hey, did you know? FYI, in case anyone didn't know. This is a play on the words devastate. Ah, people loved this car when it came out for some reason. It was good in stunt races. But, like, it was so bad in the corners. This was another, like, cyclone type thing where the general population think it's better than what it is. Well, that was all a mess. It is pretty ugly as well. And the HSW version of this, it drives just as badly, but just with a higher top speed, so it feels even worse. The HSW supercars have been really weird, I think. Because the top speeds on the HSW supercars are just like mediocre at best in comparison to all the other HSW cars. Alright, the Retinue Mark II. Great machine. Can hold its own in some sports classic races. Loves to curb boost and brake boost and do all the boosts. As always with these yearly class-specific, well, these yearly random races, it will all come together by the end. Everyone gets the same cars by the end of the race. The Vamos, there it is. And hey, I can actually control this one. The Vamos was the worst, one of the, I hesitate to say it's the worst, but it might be. The stupid tow values that mean every single little bump or curb that you hit, it decides to turn left or right at random. And so many muscle cars that were released alongside the Vamos. Things like the Tulip, Deviant, all that kind of stuff. They were all the same. It was horrendous. So we've seen it on some other cars since. The Arbiter GT is one of the worst ones in recent memory. But the Vamos is still the worst, one of the worst handling cars in the game. Absolutely horrendous. There's just no need to make a car handle like that. And it's perfectly fine driving it here on Project Homecoming where the toll values have been fixed. Cara. Is this the... Yeah, this is the 4x4, but it was the regular Cara that was in 2019, right? The 4x4 came a lot later. We might just use the 4x4 because the regular version isn't on the server or something, but... At least that's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, the 4x4 is from Casino. When was the regular version? Wait, 4x4, 6x6... Oh, wait. Cara... I'm confused. The Cara naming system is really stupid. And goes against all the conventions, so I'm getting confused. I just remember the Cara original version with the Target Assault races that everyone did like once and then ignored. Yeah, the 6x6 was just called the Cara, wasn't it? It's just weird. Alright, here's my drag car. Peyote Gasser. It's a shame the Peyote Gasser in vanilla GTA doesn't drive like this. This is a proper drag car. I had such high hopes for the Peyote Gasser when we saw it in the drip feed, and then it just didn't have any top speed whatsoever. Six by six was Southern San Andreas Super Sport Series, okay. I'm in a lonely 16th here. There's no one in front of me, no one behind me. Let's use all that speed. Into the Deviant. Oh man. The Deviant brings back bad memories. Because I remember trying out... The Deviant was in drip feed. And I remember trying it out on Project Homecoming beforehand, and I just remember thinking, this is an incredible car. It looks great, it's so nice to drive, I can't wait to buy this car. And then it came out in vanilla GTA, and it had all the horrible advanced flags, and it drove like absolute trash. And that wasn't shown on the Project Homecoming version because it didn't work with the flags then, I don't think. And I was so disappointed. It's such a great car to drive without all that crap. And I really like the look of it as well, but I'll never own one. Neo? Forever the forgotten child of the top tier of sports cars. It was always like just off the pace of the top sports cars. Couldn't really compete, but it was too quick for the other stuff. Plus it drives like trash on vanilla GTA again because of all the advanced flags. Again, it was such a mixed bag 2019. There were some good cars, but There were also a lot of cars that were more like missed opportunities in a way. Carrying on that theme from 2018. Cars that just could have been so much better. Okay. Here we go. Here's one of the two big boys. Emirates time. Emirates and Krieger have been at the top of the supers class for so long. It took HSW cars to dethrone them. Oh, that's some lag. I mean, I'm there. It turns in as if I'm not there. Which do you prefer, the Emirates or Krieger? The Krieger. I've always preferred the Krieger. Rebel GTS was good fun. Again, this was like a fraction slower than the Novak, but much more consistent to drive. But again, it couldn't really compete with the Toros, honestly. But again, another one of those cars where it's actually better with the lower suspension, inducing the camber on the wheels. Yeah, I always found the Emirates to be a little bit weird, to be honest. It never really suited me. The Krieger I preferred a lot more. And it's the same story as like back in the days of the T20 and the Osiris when those two were the best. Most people seem to prefer the T20. I was always preferring the Osiris. I see Bandito going for a fly. Hey, speaking of the Krieger, got the Emirates and the Krieger almost back to back. Yeah, that was a pretty decent lap in the Krieger. JB700W. This is one of those cars that perfectly encapsulates those times where I just don't understand why they introduced a new car. Like, it was cool to have the JB700W with like the oil slick and stuff like that, but I don't understand why. Why did it need to exist? Why not just update the JB700 and make it better? Make it the JB700W. And I know the reason. It's so they can have an excuse to bring in a new car and not just make an old car better. Like, I know why Rockstar choose to do it, but I'm just saying. Oh, Ben. From a game design perspective, if we were purely talking about the game itself, without any sharp card or potential money-making thoughts, I don't think that would ever happen. The Gauntlet Hellfire. This has to be the best car in this entire selection, surely. It's been the best car so far. And I can't see anything else topping it. What a car this is. It's so much fun to drive. Nowhere near on pace of the top muscles. But it's so good. Get a group of people, do a race in this. It's so much fun. Did they remove the Gauntlet Hellfire from the from the listings? I'm assuming they would have done. We've gone from one awesome to drive car to another one, the Schlagen GT. I assume they removed this as well. The Schlagen was the bright spot in an otherwise terrible Arena War DLC. Came out in 2019 as part of Arena War's drip feed, obviously, but it was like one of the only cars that actually didn't have any advanced flags on it from that DLC. So it was one of the only cars that actually drove nicely. We'd had all this Entity XXR and Taipan and all these horrible muscle cars. And then the Schlagen came out and gave us a brief respite of nice driving experience. I will forever be grateful to the Schlagen GT for that. Oh, the Locust! Oh, I can't remember the deal with this. I think it's the center of mass value for the Locust. I made a video about it at the time because I couldn't believe how stupid it was. The Locust drives absolutely terribly on vanilla GTA. It's horrendous. But it's not because of advanced flags, it's not because of tow values like all the other vehicles. It's because its center of mass value is placed like down into the road or something like that. Or it might be really high, one of the two. And the guys on Project Homecoming at the time, they just moved that value like 1% down or something like that, or put it in the right location to where a normal car would be, and it suddenly transformed the car and made it drive incredibly. Another car where it's just like a tiny little change was all that was needed, and it suddenly drives nicely again. I think it was the center of mass was too high. It was literally just changing that one value to be normal, and it was perfect again. Alright, S80. We had three of the top three supercars from that year. Took the top 3 spots overall. Go for it. I had to go for it. Remember, everyone's got to do the barrel roll jump on the final lap. I don't think I'm a lap down, and everyone does get to finish all their laps anyway, so. The Armoured Paragon? Ah. Wasn't this the first car that you could only get by unlocking it through missions? Like, you have to do the casino missions with Agatha to get this car. You can't buy it. I think it was on the podium, the casino spinning wheel once. But yeah, the only way to get this car is to do those missions. You can't buy it and the missions just give you the car as an alternative, like with other gift cars. But now there's a lot of cars that you can't buy, to be fair, so. Did they remove the Weevil? Technically the only way you can get the Weevil. Oh no, I think the Weevil is still buyable actually. I was going to say Dave's car from doing his missions. Alright, Bandito! Thank God I didn't get this on the last lap. I was very scared about getting this on the last lap and having to do the barrel roll in it. I don't know what I've got last. I really don't know what I've still got to come, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot better to do a barrel roll in it than this. 6 seconds away from a top 5. I'm actually quite surprised, because I've been involved in quite a few incidents in this race. I'm surprised I'm even close. I'm surprised I'm still on the lead lap, frankly. This is a track from 2019, by the way, so I think we have managed to hit a track from each year for each one of these yearly random races. All right, last lap. What's it going to be? Tulip. This was also like the Vamos that drove horribly. All right, barrel rolls for everybody on the last lap. Will it change the order? Oh, Barnatoth up ahead. He's got the Bandito. He's going to have to do his barrel roll in the Bandito. That's what I just avoided. Close finish between Loomis and Locke. GG's. Oh, the Asbo in 5 seconds. That's it's too far up the road. I need a crash on the barrel roll from someone in front for a top 5, and for me not to do that. Alright, here we go. Oh, it was beautiful. It was almost perfect. Everyone get off the road as well. People will still be racing. That was alright. That was pretty clean. It wasn't perfectly clean, but it was clean enough. I had a few crashes. I think without some of the crashes, a top 5 was actually possible. Maybe 2019 cars agree with me. I didn't feel like I drove particularly well, but it wasn't too bad in the end.